Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the best types of life insurance for every stage of your life. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, we've got you covered. We're gonna walk through each decade, talk about the challenges and opportunities, and show you how to pick the right kind of life insurance to protect your family. No more confusion, no more jargon, just straight talk about how to make sure your loved ones are taken care of, no matter what life throws your way. So grab a pen and paper, get ready to take some notes, and let's get started. Alright, you young guns in your 20s, this one's for you. You're just starting out, building your career, maybe thinking about getting hitched or starting a family. Life's exciting, right? But here's the thing, even though you're young and healthy, you need life insurance. Life insurance at my age? You bet. Listen, life insurance is about protecting the people who depend on you financially. Got student loans, a car payment? What happens to those if something happens to you? You don't want to saddle your family with that burden. That's where term life insurance comes in. It's simple, affordable, and covers you for a specific period like 10, 20, or 30 years. Think of it as a safety net for your loved ones, and here's the best part. The younger and healthier you are, the lower your premiums. You lock in that low rate for the entire term of the policy, which means you're protected for decades at a price that won't break the bank. It's like getting a great deal on something you hope you'll never have to use, but you're sure glad you have it if you ever do. We're talking about a few cups of coffee a month to make sure your loved ones are taken care of. The bottom line is this: don't wait to get life insurance. The younger you start, the better off you'll be. So go out there, get covered, and then get back to enjoying your life, knowing that your loved ones are protected. Welcome to your 30s, folks. You're hitting your stride, climbing the career ladder, maybe even starting a family. Life's good, but it's also getting more expensive. You've got a mortgage now, maybe some college funds to think about, and let's not forget about those adorable little bundles of joy running around. With all these new responsibilities comes the need for more life insurance. Remember that term life insurance we talked about in your 20s? It's still your best bet in your 30s. Why? Because it's still the most affordable way to get the coverage you need to protect your growing family. Think about it. If something were to happen to you, would your spouse be able to handle the mortgage payments, the kids' education, and all the other expenses that come with raising a family on a single income? Life insurance can help bridge that gap and provide financial security for your loved ones during a difficult time. Now, you might be thinking, Dave, I already have some life insurance through work. That's great, but it's probably not enough. Most employer-provided policies only offer a limited amount of coverage, often just 1 or 2 times your annual salary. Plus, what happens if you switch jobs? You could lose your life insurance coverage, and getting a new policy at an older age means higher premiums. That's why it's so important to have your own individual term life insurance policy. You control the coverage amount, the term length, and you can keep the policy even if you change jobs. So, take a good look at your current life insurance coverage. If it's not enough to replace your income and cover your family's needs for the long haul, it's time to increase your coverage or get a separate term life insurance policy. You've made it to your 40s. You're experienced, you're established, and you're probably starting to think about the future a little more seriously. Your kids are getting older, college is on the horizon, and retirement might not seem like some distant dream anymore. This is a time when your financial responsibilities are likely at their peak, and it's more important than ever to have adequate life insurance coverage. You've worked hard to build a good life for yourself and your family, and life insurance is about protecting that legacy. Now, you might be wondering if term life insurance is still the right choice in your 40s, and for many of you, it still is. It's still the most affordable way to get the coverage you need for a specific period like 20 or 30 years. But here's the thing, as you get older, term life insurance premiums start to go up. So this is a good time to start thinking about your long-term life insurance needs. If you're looking for coverage that lasts your entire life, you might want to consider converting your term life insurance policy to a permanent policy, like whole life insurance. Whole life insurance provides lifelong coverage and also builds cash value over time. This cash value grows tax-deferred, which means you don't pay taxes on the growth until you withdraw it. You can use the cash value for a variety of purposes, like supplementing your retirement income, paying for your kids' college education, or even covering unexpected expenses. So, talk to your insurance agent about your options. The important thing is to have enough life insurance coverage to protect your family and your financial future. Welcome to your 50s. You're at the top of your game, your career is in full swing, and you're probably starting to think about retirement more seriously. You've worked hard your whole life, and now it's time to make sure your golden years are truly golden. But before you start planning those dream vacations and spending more time with your grandkids, let's talk about life insurance. First things first, take a good hard look at your existing life insurance coverage. Is it still enough to cover your family's needs? Remember, your needs have probably changed since you first bought your policy. Your kids might be grown and out of the house, but you might have a mortgage, car loans, or other debts that need to be paid off if something were to happen to you. And don't forget about your spouse. Will they have enough to maintain their lifestyle in retirement without your income? If you're not sure how much life insurance you need, talk to a financial advisor. They can help you assess your needs and recommend a coverage amount that makes sense for your situation. Now, if you already have a term life insurance policy, you might be approaching the end of the term. This is a good time to decide whether you want to renew your policy, convert it to a permanent policy, or let it expire. If you're in good health and still need coverage, renewing your term policy might be a good option. But keep in mind that your premiums will likely be higher than they were before. Converting to a permanent policy, like whole life insurance, can provide lifelong coverage and build cash value over time. Another option to consider at this stage is long-term care insurance. The bottom line is this: don't neglect your life insurance needs in your 50s. Review your coverage, make adjustments if necessary, and explore all your options to find the best way to protect your family and your financial future. Congratulations! You've made it to your 60s and beyond. You've worked hard your whole life, raised your family, and now it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're probably thinking about spending more time with your loved ones, traveling, pursuing your hobbies, and all the other things you've been looking forward to in retirement. But even as you're enjoying this exciting new chapter, it's important to make sure your financial affairs are in order. And yes, that includes life insurance. At this stage of life, your life insurance needs might be different than they were in your younger years. You might not need as much coverage as you did when you had a mortgage and kids to put through college. But you still need enough to cover your final expenses, like funeral costs, medical bills, and any outstanding debts. These expenses can add up quickly, and you don't want to leave your loved ones with the burden of paying for them. One option to consider at this stage is final expense insurance, also known as burial insurance. This type of insurance is specifically designed to cover your final expenses. It typically has a smaller death benefit than traditional life insurance policies, but it's also more affordable and easier to qualify for. Another option is to keep your existing life insurance policy, even if it's a smaller amount. Beyond covering your final expenses, life insurance can also be a powerful tool for leaving a legacy. If you have a charitable cause you're passionate about, you can designate them as the beneficiary of your life insurance policy. You can also use life insurance to create a financial safety net for your loved ones, like your spouse, children, or grandchildren. The important thing is to have a plan in place and to communicate your wishes to your loved ones. So, even though you're enjoying your golden years, don't neglect your life insurance needs. Make sure you have enough coverage to cover your final expenses, and consider using life insurance as a tool for leaving a lasting legacy. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more financial tips and advice. See you next time. Remember, life insurance is about protecting the people you love most. It's about having peace of mind knowing that no matter what happens, they'll be taken care of. Don't wait another day to get the coverage you need. Get a free quote from a reputable insurance provider today, and start building a brighter, more secure future for yourself and your family.